Hello everyone, I'm Alice,
I'm Claire. And I'm Victoire.
and we're here to talk about hairy women and how being a woman with hair is a stigma. So we're gonna start by doing the presentation and then we'll have a quiz to see if you truly listen to our presentation. Okay, so to start with, can someone tell me what they think about the picture?
Me? That's disgusting.
Okay, well, let's explain you why you're wrong.
So at first we will begin with a little history about hairs. Since the antiquity, hairs are seen as a symbol of impurity and animosity, and during prehistory we know that men would shave as some tools were found. Tools used to shave yourselves. However, it is only from the 3rd millennium before Jesus Christ that a real shaving culture has developed due to religious influence. The idea was to shave your hairs on the chin so that you could stick a wig with fake hairs, as it was considered as the god's attribute. In Egyptian high society, it was kind of the same. Besides, women would shave their heads in order to wear wigs as well. They would also shave their entire body, as hairs were considered as impure and dirty. We have to wait until 500 years before Jesus Christ in order for shaving to be democratized to every class of the population. Wealthy or poor, everyone would shave in the Greece and in the Roman Empire. However, they had very different methods, even if they did use a razor, very different methods than ours, such as shaving with an oil lamp or even the burning. They would take nutshells and hit them very much until they are burning, and they will burn everything on their body. So basically the hairs, but also the beauty spots, the skin basically. They would also use a pulling out technique using pine resin. Another technique was to use bad bloods to shave your eyebrows so that the hairs wouldn't grow very fast. Therefore, at the beginning of our era, shaving spread. Even the Gaelic people would shave with tweezers. Then, around the beginning of the Middle Ages, so 500, the Catholic religion would impose itself with a very different ideology. If God made you this way with hairs, you have to keep them. So basically, during 5 centuries, everyone would let their hairs free. However, the turning point was when Crusades started. Knights would go to Africa or to the east. There, women would shave everywhere. Thus, men, when going home, would be discussed by women not shaving. That's when European women started to shave again with wax or sap. At this period, the perception of shaving would change. It was assimilated to cleanliness and purity. After the Renaissance, women would hide a little more their body, their arms, their legs, with long dresses, but shaving would still happen a little, mostly in the higher classes. Over time, as bodies were more and more hidden, shaving would only concern the face, so no more shaving, and it would last for approximately 5 centuries. At the beginning of the 20th century, it is the era of revolution, as leisure and holidays at the beach appeared. Therefore, women had to start shaving again their legs everywhere so that they could appear in bath suits, and this would go on until today actually. The shaving is now essential, and having no hair consists of a social code praised by society today.
When it comes to body hair, society's standards for women are certainly more strict than they are for men. Many people expect them to be cleanly shaven, and even the slightest hint of hair is seen as gross. As we saw it through history and depending on the culture, hair perception has evolved. In our actual society, hair for men is seen as a symbol of domination and power. On the contrary, a hairless man will be seen as juvenile. On the other hand, for most people, a woman with hairs is not conceivable. She will be considered as filthy and bestial. Did you know that last year was the first time ever an ad campaign for women's razors actually showed a woman with hair on her legs? Today, it is a real social expectation that women must shave their undesirable hair in order to fit in. And if they choose not to, they will be stigmatized. For example, they could encounter difficulties when looking for a partner or when searching for a job. But with any kind of stigmatization comes rebellion, claims, and a strong will to vindicate their acceptation. In the last couple of years, there has been a rise in the number of female militants claiming their rights to be hairy. A good example is the appearance of Januhairy. Januhairy is a movement to get women to stop hair removal for the month of January in aid of charity, as well as encouraging women to both love and accept the naturalness that is body hair. Could people who already have apologized for body hair at least once in their lifetime raise their hands? Well, see, this is why we have to change mentalities, and not only male mentalities, but our own mentalities as women. Indeed, women are experiencing pressure not only from men, but also from other women. So during this month, participants are sponsored to grow out their hairs and raise money for Body Gossip, which is a charity that educates young people about body image. It isn't an angry campaign for people who don't see how normal body hair is, but rather an empowering project for everyone to understand more about their views on themselves and others. Recently, many celebrities decided to use their fame in order to raise awareness about this topic. Miley Cyrus set the trend of dyed armpit, as you can see on those pictures. Emily Ratajkowski, who is one of the most popular models in the world, posted on Instagram a picture of her showing her hairy armpits, and again, she's teaching the importance of self-love and acceptance. Finally, here you can see a picture of Julia Roberts at the premiere of Notting Hill, waving to the audience, revealing her unshaved armpits. At this time, in 1999, it had made the big headlines, and she said it wasn't a statement and that she just forgot to shave. But personally, I'd like to believe that what she did was intended and that she set the tone and the example for the next generations.
1915 is the date that marked the beginning of a new era, that of shame marketing, which aimed to stigmatize women and their hairs. Due to this new era, women became the principal targets of marketing policies. They also became the perfect consumer and buyer. Women are kept in a state of sexual insecurity. They hate their body and must constantly work on the best way to be beautiful. All this in order to spend more and more on cosmetics. This gave birth to gendered marketing, emphasizing male virility and on the contrary, women's sexual passivity. Advertisements and marketing constantly create an image of a perfect and exaggerated female body where hairs are forbidden. This social construction was built thanks to advertisement, but also thanks to the development of porn and social networks. Now I'm going to show you a little video to explain you how advertisements play on the paradox between femininity and masculinity through hairs.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little prickly. I shaved yesterday.
Don't risk dudeness. Veet wax strips. Feel womanly around the clock.
From this gendered marketing was born a whole economy revolving around the hairless woman. Few figures are available in France on depilatory practices, but the Body Minute chain of institutes, for example, reported 4 million checkouts in 2017. In the US, recent studies show that more than 99% of women wax or shave. That's a lot. According to a 2008 survey, during their lifetime, American women who shave, a relatively inexpensive way to get rid of their hair, spend on average more than $10,000. That's the equivalent of 10,000 euros, and spend almost 2 whole months simply taking care of their hairs. Some feminists refer to women's triple day of work. In addition to their paid work and domestic tasks, women must devote a significant part of their time to maintaining their appearance In addition, a part of their salary is especially used for cosmetics and hairs removal, and they are taxed more on this kind of product. A study from 2015 supported the pink tax scandal and claimed that women would pay 4% more for their beauty and hygiene product than men. Do you hear that? Women, we have to make the revolution.
To conclude, we would like to show you a couple of photographs of Ben Hopper. He's a British photographer who aims to change the way we see female body hair with a thought-provoking photo series called Natural Beauty. And now, let's move on to the quiz. Okay, so now a bonus question so that you learn something else today. Congratulations, guys. I hope you had all your answers right. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and remember, girls, be hairy, be happy.